This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I have got Jean LeClair with me. You are with the Knights of Columbus in Grenville, and that is branch 5333.
Correct. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. So you're a knight, and you are organizing actually the chair.
Yes, I'm the chairperson of the Sweetheart Brunch.
Sweetheart Brunch. It's been going on for 25 years.
Yeah.
North Grenville is very aware of this event. They look forward to it every year. So we've been talking a little bit before we started taping about how it goes together and everything. It's a lot of work.
It certainly is. Yeah, we have well over 100 volunteers over the event. We're serving food, plus we actually have live entertainment. You know, this thing actually started very early on. It was actually in the school gym at Holy Cross School. That's how we started, and we quickly ran out of room, and then we really made it a community event. So that's why we call it the North Grenville Community Sweetheart Brunch. So it sort of started as a parish event, and eventually evolved to what it is today. And now it's a big item. We have over 1,000 people who come up for the event. We're serving 1,200 if you count all the volunteers in a year, and we certainly fill up the North Grenville Community Center.
You do, over and over and over again. Yes. Like, I don't know how many sittings it must take in the morning. What time do you start?
We start at 8:30 and we run till 12:30.
Right. Yeah. So it's quite a few sittings. It's like,
and we have
the lineup keeps going.
And at 8:30 we already have people lining up, waiting for breakfast. So
people look forward to this too. Yeah, and it's something you give back to the community. So many recipients of donations from the Knights that day happen. So.
Yeah, so for us, we try to hit several aspects. So we'll do, so you're familiar with North Grenville Community Living.
I work at,
Yeah, so people with needs, special needs, and we have the seniors, we have hospice, we have youth. We try to cover the whole range of
Absolutely,
things.
yeah, I've written some of them down. Beth Donovan Hospice, Interval House, the community, Seniors Community Services, Community Living North Grenville, Ryan's Well.
Yeah, and Ryan's Well, so, that's I'll call that our little international element, because we've got Ryan, who's a local person. I remember him as a child. He's now a grown man, but he's been running that for a number of years and putting wells in out in Africa and helping people to have potable water. I mean, it's an amazing thing when you think about it.
Yeah, and it's because of donations.
Yeah,
like this, that he's been able to do this, and everybody's been able to do this too.
Right.
You're also supporting the Grenville Hospital, the CT scanner.
Yeah, so we did. We've already done a previous major fundraiser. It was the Grenville District Hospital for it was the expansion of the hospital. So we were a big donor on that, and we've also we've been a donor now as well for the CT scanner. So. Yeah, Grenville District Hospital has been one of our key.
I believe I just saw pictures of it being moved in too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's happening. Yeah, it's happening now.
That's exciting.
It certainly is. Absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. So your Sweetheart Brunch, 25 years this has been going on. I remember when it first started. Like you say, in the church.
So I should say it's our 25th, but it's not 25 years because we had a 2-year hiatus over COVID. So we actually started in 1999. Is when our first Sweetheart Brunch was. So this is our 25th, but it's actually been, it's been more than 25 years.
Oh, and like you say, you serve more than 1,200 people in that morning too. So as soon as you were able to get back together again, people were pretty excited to get back in there.
To give you an idea, we're cracking about 2,500 eggs.
I was just going to say, let's talk about the food, because this is a major spread what you put on, $10.
$10,
and it's amazing what you guys do.
Scrambled eggs, beans, bacon, ham, sausage, toast, croissant, muffins, cheese, fresh fruit, grapes, oranges, melons, coffee juice. Yeah, it's a full breakfast. You got definitely a very full plate when you go to sit down.
And like when we were talking about how do you put this together in the kitchen and all that sort of stuff too, you get some help from like people like Fat Lesses and Catered Affairs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, so we trying to cook again roughly 2,500 sausages and 2,500 bacon. It's a lot. It's a big undertaking, and so just recently we've had Fat Lesses step up to cook the sausage, so we have it fresh and it's prepared in the morning, and then Cater Affairs helping us out with the cooking the bacon on that Saturday. So
and every year is a learning curve.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
So every year we do tweaking and adjusting. I mean, I remember when we used to trip the breakers in the community center because we were the event to test the limits of everything because we exceeded them in many, many ways. I mean, that kitchen at the community center, we certainly push it to its limits. So we used to bring in a generator to bring in additional power. I mean, some of the stuff we've had to do to help make this happen, because if you think of, You know, you've got 4 or 5 coffee urns going all at the same time. We've got all the pans for keeping the beans warm. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. Trying to keep the eggs fresh. You can't cook scrambled eggs the day before.
Right.
You got to have them fresh on the moment. And when you're feeding that many people, you got to be able to cook it and cook it fast and get it moving and keep the line moving, right? So
absolutely, and like your background is an engineer too.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've got the Knights of Columbus back there. You've got all sorts of volunteers and everything,
Yeah.
and not everybody is a restaurateur on how to.
And the other thing
You're learning.
the other thing I want to add is just that, you know, in our volunteers, like we've got the scouts.
Yes.
The scouts are doing the busing, so it really is a community event, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's yes, we're organizing, we're help making it happening, but everyone's involved. Like, you know, got to talk about our sponsors. We've got, you know, well over 50 sponsors that are donating funds and items in kind. I'll give you an example. We've got Beaking Eggs has been donating the eggs. You know, we're not talking a couple dozen. We're talking
yes.
boxes of eggs that are donated to us so that we can, you know, we can feed people.
Yeah.
So it's a tremendous outpouring of generosity, I find, from the community, right, and all the different people and different
It's
businesses.
the capacity to keep the ticket price down to $10, and the amount that you give back to the community too. It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's really tied to the generosity of the sponsors, so that we can keep the prices down. It's certainly getting more difficult because not everything is given. Some of the stuff we have to pay for it, and everyone knows inflation is really starting to take a bite out of it. So, but we really want to make sure this event is so anyone and everyone can come. That's really what it's about. So it's not just about raising funds. It's about having fun raising funds, you know, and making sure that everyone can have fun. And if you come to the event, you can see multi-generational, right? We have people with special needs that come to the event. We have like a whole variety of people that really
Haven't seen each other since the last Sweetheart Brunch, you were saying.
Yeah, we have people who show up at Sweetheart Brunch and are seeing people that they haven't seen in a year, and they're catching up with them. And, you know, and I mentioned to you, you know, because it's been running for so long, we've now got, you know, people that I remember them as kids are now coming with their kids.
25 years,
You know, so you've got people who are parents who are now grandparents, and so it's a really neat thing to see, right? To bring it all together. This year we're actually going to be giving out $20,000
wow.
in checks to the different charities that we support. So we're really excited about that. Since we started, we're probably over $320,000 that we've given back
Wow.
to the community. So yeah, it's fun to be part of it. It's great to be there. I think people, you know, it's the winter time. It's such a great time. People are past the Christmas time and going into the, you know,
You get the January blues.
Yeah,
People are
exactly.
sort of ready to.
And so people really
yeah.
are quite excited about the event. You know,
Yeah.
it gets them out of their homes and you know, great, wonderful, warm meal,
Yeah.
entertainment throughout the morning as well. So.
Right. So it's 8:30 to 12:30 too. So yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were talking earlier too about, you know, the need for volunteers. And you say there's a need for some leadership too, so to help organize these events too, to come forward
so
before.
So if you think about it, you know, somebody's got to organize it. One thing I can say is that again, people are generous with their time to volunteer for the day of the event. I already said, we have over 100 people who are helping out to help make this happen. But yeah, it's always the challenge is getting people to step up in that leadership role.
Yeah.
Someone's got to manage it to make
That's
sure.
right.
It all
Well,
comes
you're a
together,
well-oiled machine for sure. It's just you still need the help, the manpower.
Yeah, we got to be prepared to pass the baton, right?
Yes.
So in the same way that, you know, I started in the event in 2007. At some point in time, I'm going to have to step down at some point in time. So somebody else is going to have to step up. So.
Well, there we go. We go. Yes, it's a learning curve for everybody for sure.
Yeah.
But to get more information about, you know, the Knights of Columbus in general, or you wanting to help out at the breakfast.
Yeah. So we actually have a Facebook page. So let me see. Actually, I'm going to pull up my phone and remember what we called it. The other thing I should mention is we never commented. The one thing we're doing this year, it's a little differently, is we're doing an online auction.
Yes.
And the link will be, you'll be able to find the link through our Facebook page. So it's called the North Grenville Community Sweetheart Brunch Facebook page. And with that, we'll have a link to our online auction. So that's something we're doing differently this year. We thought that we'd add that. We're still doing the 50-50 raffle during the event itself. but we're going to do an online auction. That way, there are people who can't be there also can look up online
Participate,
and
yeah.
bid on some of the items that we're going to have there. And so I think we're going to have some pretty cool items there as well.
Excellent, excellent. So tickets are available at Brewed Awakenings, B&H Grocer,
Yeah.
or Holy Cross members,
Yeah, after
After Mass.
and the day of the event, right?
and the day of the event too,
So
okay.
people can come in at the event. There's no problem. We'll have a table set up so people can buy tickets. The other thing I never mentioned is for some people, maybe they would prefer takeout. Some people we found after COVID, some people don't like large crowds, and some people just don't like large crowds.
Yes, yeah.
The takeout option provides that as well for people, so that, or they're, we know some people are working that day, so perhaps somebody can go out pick up brunch for them and bring it to them to work. So
Well,
we
that'd be a
have that
nice
as an option
surprise
as
for
well.
sure. That'd be a
Yes.
nice surprise for sure. Tickets are only $10. $5 for children 6 to 11, and under 6 get in for free.
Correct. Yeah.
That's an amazing.
Yeah, especially today. I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get much for if you try to go somewhere with $10.
I can't emphasize how much food you have too. It is amazing what you have
Yeah,
there.
it's a great spread. I
Yeah.
mean, really, you can, whatever your tastes are, I think we've got it covered.
I think
You
so.
know,
I think
yeah.
so for sure, for sure. Well,
Yeah.
I thank you very much for being part of this event and keeping it going for 25 years in our North Grenville area. And once again, the date is February 9th. It's a Sunday, and it's at our municipal complex.
Correct. Yeah.
That's right,
North
that's
Grenville,
right.
yeah.
And you are one of the Knights of Columbus. Thank you very much for joining us today. And once again, the Sweetheart Brunch. Let's
Yeah.
get out and have a great time.
Yeah, and thank you for inviting me. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.